All right, we notice here that I did skip section P4 because it is not going to be showing up much in P5. So if you come to a question that it is in, I can help you. But if we look at the first example here, we are going to be talking about P5, which is our parent functions, transformations of functions. So we're taking everything that we did with our translations and transformations, and we're applying it to one topic. So if we look at this, we have a g function, and it's going to be reflecting across the x-axis. We did talk about this. We know that if we have a function here, it's going to go, this function's negative, so it's somewhere down here. And what's going to happen is it's going to cross going up. So that means that the only thing that does not change is the inside of the absolute values. So if we look at this, we have a negative a here. So a is -7 down here. If it's reflecting across the x-axis, then we know it is going to become positive. So a becomes +7. And we know that my y value also changes, because here it was k equals -1, but now it's up here, k equals +1. So that is going to change as well. So if I look at this, I know that my 7 is positive. So I have two options here. These first two examples are both +7. And then and both of them are also +1. Now keep in mind, this did not shift left or right when we reflected on the x-axis. So my inside does not change. There's no change inside. So it has to be the first one. That is how you do it when you're given multiple choice questions. When we are looking at it without multiple choice question, we have to figure out what we're going to be doing here. Looking at this second example here, it says we have a translation that's 18 units to the right. So we're going right. So H is going to be going right 18. And we're going 18 units down. So K is also 18, +18. We are looking at this function right here. We have negative x plus 9 squared plus 6. So since we're going k units to the right, remember it's h, it's x minus h. So it's x minus 18. So it's plus 9 minus 18 squared. So remember, it's going to be the opposite. And then out here we have plus 6, and we're going up 18. So that stays plus 18. So we have negative x. 9 minus 18 is -9. And 6 plus 8 is plus 24. So then that would be my answer. All right. So remember, it's important that if you have an h value that is going right 18 units, please remember you are using the opposite sign because the formula is x minus h. All right. If we look at this the next two, this one here is a graph. So I'm going to move down a little bit. We are writing our function that we see. It says the graph shows g of x. Which translations of the parent function of f of x equals absolute value of x write your function? So if I look at this here, I notice we need to identify three things. A is the first thing we should identify. So that means we're going to start at the vertex, and I'm going to go, oh, okay, what's my change? I'm going up. I'm going to find another point on this line. It's right there, right? So I'm going to go up 1, and I'm going right 1. So I know A is just 1. And it's pointing up. So then A is positive, all right? If it was a negative, it'd be going upside down. So then I would make it negative. So A is 1. Now let's figure out what H is. H. H means your horizontal change. So from my origin, did I move left or did I move right? And if I notice this, I see here that it did not. If I go straight down, I didn't move left to right at all. So that tells me h is 0. And lastly, k. That means your vertical shift, so up or down. And here we have 0, 0, right? K is originally 0, and it went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points down, and it went down, so it's a negative 7. So to write my function, g of x, I have a is 1, so you can put 1 there, you don't have to, x, and remember it's absolute value, so I'm actually going to put absolute value symbols. They're going to have that function for that little part there for you. I know h is 0, so I didn't put plus or minus 0 behind it. And then I have plus k, which we know is minus 7. And so that would be my function. I would type in that box in IXL. For the last one here, we have a tricky one. We see that I have a translation of 3 units to the right. So we're doing right again. So it's h. It's going positive right 3. So this one's actually very similar to the second one we did. I just wanted to put an extra one in here because I know this is going to be tricky for you guys. And we are going down 2 units down. So k is 2 down, so it's negative 2. I'm going to input that in. I know my function that we already have is f of x equals 4x plus 10. All right. For a linear function, I know h right here is always going to be grouped with my x. So I need parentheses. So I have a parenthesis x, and I know it's x minus h. So it's going to be x minus, and I'm going to plug positive 3 in. Okay. And then I have plus 10, and k is negative 2, so minus 2. Now we need to simplify this. So we have f of x equals, order of operations tells me I need to do a parentheses first. I cannot combine the 2 terms inside, but I can distribute 4. So I have 4x, and then 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And I have plus 10 minus 2. And now finally, we're going to combine all our like terms. I have 4x. That doesn't change from the parent function, the original function, but I have all these like terms here. Negative 10, negative 12, and positive 10 is negative 2. And negative 2 and negative 2 is negative 4. So this is going to be my new function. And if I look up here, I notice, oh, it's right here. Okay, cool. That's g of x's. And that's my new function. I hope this helped you. I am available for tutoring every day, so please let me know if you need help with IXL.